So yes, welcome to my review of the Tranya T10. I've previously tried the Tranya B530 Pro and it was pretty good. It was a bit V-shaped, but on the whole it worked quite well really for battery life, performance and just general usage. It worked quite well, like signal strength. And this is the latest one from Tranya with the big 12mm driver. Obviously, as you can see from this unboxing, I've actually already tried it, but 12mm driver, IPX7 waterproof. They said you can actually swim with these, which I probably wouldn't do. It supports wireless charging, but unfortunately one thing I can't check, aptX audio is spelt wrong, and enhanced touch control, so there's only one button on each earpiece. And here we go, it's just me unboxing it. In that little pack is the manual, which I'll show you in a bit. It's very clear, it's very straightforward. I will show you all that information in a bit because it's quite useful. And in there are the buds, which I'll show you in a bit. And in there is just the tips and the cable, which I'll show you in a bit as well. So yeah, here's the actual case they come in. Very small, very compact. It is a better build, I think, over their previous case, which was a bit shiny on the top. It was a little bit cheap, but this one seems a bit better. But yeah, as you can see, Type-C on the back. There's just the actual specs for in and out voltages for charging it. And those 4 dots on the front are the power. So if you've got full charge, it's full white dots. So if you've got half power, only the 2 ones light up. So then there you go, you can see you got left and right, for left and right as you do. In the case there's 2 pins for charging them. They have a matte kind of finish as well, as you can see, which I think's a little bit better than not the shiny one. It's flashing blue, as obviously because it wants to pair, because when you take them out it wants to pair with the device automatically. Obviously any Bluetooth device I have is switched off. But I'm just trying to show you that there's the L. It's not always clear to see. And that one's the R with the 2 connectors to charge it. These are kind of bulky, because obviously the battery life is pretty good. And that's just a vent, just a guard, which is, I've never seen one like before, but yeah, they're quite big. What I'm pointing to there is the microphone, which I'll show you in a bit, a recording I've done of the actual microphone. But yeah, they're quite a simple shape, they're quite subtle, which I like. Build quality is good so far. And in here is the tips, which is small and large, and the charge cable. But you can use any one, I think, really, because this hasn't got to do data. So if you have a spare Type-C cable, it should do the same thing. That's it, just USB to Type-C. A little cable. You probably have ones, already spare, but it's always good that actually include a cable. So here is the manual and warranty information when I show the camera. So yeah, 15 months, as it says. If you activate it, you get the extra months. So it's probably worth it, I think. And there's the QR code if you need to scan it. And the sticker, they included a sticker with the last one, with the B530 Pro model. Now this is the manual, which is double-sided. Very useful, very straightforward. That's why I wanted to show every single piece, because it's important. There you go, it tells you like what it said on that warranty card to extend warranty. It's all there. About sync issues, just to basically keep it clean, so it's quite common sense how you fit it. Powering on, or you can do it manually if you don't have the case with you. And the same with just below where you power it off. It's all very straightforward, and I like how they've made it very clear. so I can't really fault that. Tells you if the charging case is low. There's the QR code again. Here's the other side of the manual. I want to show all this because it's very important. I could have just edited this all out, but I think this is quite useful. Just tell you how to pair it. And these do work in mono and stereo. But I used most of my testing was in stereo. So here's how the touch controls work. Very straightforward. How you play. Press and hold for a second. Previous track, next track. Tap 3 times. Volume control, which is very useful. Tap twice. Head to answer call, end a call. You just hold it for a second. Straightforward. How to reset it if you have any issues. I did not have any issues. For charging, very straightforward. Type C, how you do it. Charge with a wireless charging pad, which I couldn't do because I don't have a QI pad, but hopefully one day I will. You can use them for swimming, which I personally wouldn't want to do. Latency, I had no issues with latency from my testing, and I used Android, no issues. Just very straightforward FAQ. This is just a short sample of the Tranya T10 microphones. I'm using them both in stereos, and this is what it sounds like. I think it sounds pretty fine. It sounds quite clear. I don't really see any issues with it. And that's it. Just a quick mic check. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, this is the sample of the Tranya T10. So yeah, let's get to comfort. Comfort is good. It's a little bit bulky, obviously, because it's got a 12mm driver and the battery and the chipset, but the actual size is fine. The actual use, the button's okay. It just depends how big your fingers are, but I didn't really have any issues most of the time with the button, but most of the time it's fine, if you understand what I mean. You just get used to how the buttons work, and it's, you should be fine. Battery life, they say 8 hours and then 24 from the case. You'll get close to that, but there's so many variables to consider. But yeah, 10-meter distance as well. You can get a bit, you struggle to get more unless it's a line of sight, but 10 meters is probably the max. Sound, I found these are obviously a bass orientated earphone, and the mids and the trebles all pushed back. They're not pushed back too much. They've still got good detail. They could probably be a touch brighter. These are quite different to the last Tranyas, the B530 Pro or the upgrade model. They're a little bit brighter than these, but that's good or bad. I prefer how these sound because these aren't fatiguing. Yeah, so vocals was good. Good for anything electronic, good bass, it really pumps. I thought that was good. Connection between them both is fine. They also work in mono and stereo. Isolation was good. I think these are, on the whole, I think they're very good. But bear in mind, these are a bassier pair, so that is the main thing you do here. It's the most noticeable part. But I think these are probably one of the best ones I've tried so far. And yeah, so here's my conclusion. I like these are really good. Case is compact, very straightforward to use, easy to bond, stereo and mono, connection's really good. I like the sound, obviously it's a bit bass orientated, but I like the sound. Type C connector as well. And yeah, I think these are good. So if you like what I do, give me a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Take care.